Richie, hello.
As of today, August 27, tayo po mga taga Metro Manila, hindi po tayo pwedeng bumiyahe anywhere in the Philippines. Tama, Richie?
That is correct. That is subject to the IATF Resolution 134. Under MECQ, bawal pa rin ang interzonal travel. So particularly people from Manila are not allowed to travel domestically.
So what options do we have? Kung kating-kati na ang paa at gustong magliwaliw to de-stress, anong options ng turista from Metro Manila going abroad? Kung wala dito domestically, then let's go abroad. Saan pwedeng pumunta ang turistang Pilipino?
Well, Alvin, to start with, as one of those responsible travel advisors sa industriya namin, basically we actually don't recommend kaagad to travel during this time of pandemic. However, meron talagang yun nga, sabi mo, may mga kating-kati talaga yung pa, talagang matagal nang hindi nakabiyahe. Of course, we cannot stop them, but we give them proper advice on the destinations that they go to. No? So ano yung mga protocol sa mga destination na yun. Ngayon, meron tayong mga destinations abroad that fortunately accommodates Filipinos, leisure travelers na mga Filipinos. So just to name a few, hindi ito comprehensive list. When you look at North America, of course USA is open for Filipinos. Siguro USA is one of those countries, except for the required entry requirement of having an RT-PCR test or antigen. Aside from that, wala na silang other requirements. So kahit hindi ka vaccinated, pwede kang tanggapin sa Amerika. Yun lang yung yung test prior to boarding your flight going to the US, which you have to comply. Now, other North American countries are Mexico, Belize, Costa Rica, Cuba, Guatemala. Sa South America naman, meron tayong Ecuador, Bolivia, Colombia, and Peru. Within Asia,
wait muna, Richie. So, yun yung North and South America yun.
That's correct.
Regardless kung vaccinated ka or hindi ka vaccinated.
As far as the other countries are concerned, some of them requires some requires vaccination. Hindi ko lang ma-identify right as of this point kung sino yung mga countries na yan, but basically itong mga countries na to accepts Filipinos. So yung iba lang nagre-require ng vaccination, yung iba naman hindi. So one of which hindi nagre-require.
Okay, sige, proceed. Ano pa? Lipat tayo sa Europe. Sa Europa ba meron?
Sa Europe, okay. Sa Europe, medyo klaro tayo kung sino yung tumatanggap ng vaccinated at saka non-vaccinated, no? So, if you talk about, medyo marami na sa Europe. You got Spain, France, Greece, Iceland, Ukraine, Croatia, Albania, Finland, Bosnia, Georgia, Switzerland, Austria, Germany, Netherlands. Now, specifically, the countries of Spain, Greece, Iceland, Finland, Georgia, Switzerland, Germany, and Netherlands are those that require vaccination para makapasok sa bansa nila. Yung iba, no requirement.
Pero remember, pagdating nyo po sa bansa na yon, you also have to undergo quarantine.
May quarantine din?
Oo, so in other words, hindi ka pwedeng 1 week lang yung bakasyon mo, Richie, di ba? Kasi ka-quarantine ka rin, di ba?
Those countries that require vaccination prior to arrival, medyo mas lenient sila sa quarantine. In fact, sa Spain walang quarantine as long as vaccinated ka.
Talaga? So sigurado kaya dyan siya pag pupunta ako ng Spain, wala quarantine
Oo.
Okay, usap tayo bukas.
Agad.
Tapos sorry, niloko na kayo naman, hindi kayo maloko. Weekend na. Pangarap lang naman, di ba? Pwede naman pangarap lang di ba? Sa dreams. Para masarap yung tulog nyo mamaya, okay? Chi, anything else? Asia and Middle East?
Sa Asia, medyo konti lang yung sa Asia natin, no? We have, just one second. Yung sa Asia is Turkey, UAE, specifically Dubai, Maldives, Jordan, and Armenia. So
Turkey is nice.
yeah, if you talk about within our region, within Southeast Asia or even North Asia, unfortunately walang available or walang country na open for Filipinos. So it's not only for Filipinos lang din naman. Basically, their borders are really closed for tourism, for foreigners. So hindi naman tayo na zone out or na single out sa sa restriction.
Oo. Richie, ang tanong ko lang, how safe is it to travel?
Yan.
Okay. Maybe I can speak of my experience last
Would you
month.
go?
Yeah, last month. No, 2 months ago, I traveled to the US. Actually, yung sa flight, going and coming back, my experience is, ang luwag ng flight. So, I think wala pa rin kasi masyadong bumiyahe. So, as far as physical distancing is concerned sa loob ng aircraft, it's very much observed. No? It's not because na in-space out yun ng airline yung mga pasero, but wala pa talagang masyadong nagta-travel. And like I've said, in fact, for us, if it's not really essential travel, we would probably not suggest to travel immediately, no? Just to be on the safe side. And so sa US naman, pagdating doon, basically it feels like normal when you're in the United States, especially in the places that I went to. Meron mga areas na hindi na sila nagmamask, but for me, I still wear the mask wherever I go when I'm in public, as far as traveling to the US is concerned. But that was 2 months ago. I believe itong recent weeks no nagtaas ngayon ng cases sa America, I think the mask mandate was reinstated. So everyone is required again to wear a mask sa United States.
And of course, ini-explain nyo rin sa kanila, kagaya ng sinabi ni General Padilla, pag nagbakasyon ka, when you go back, you also need to to undergo quarantine. Tama?
That's correct. Yes. So medyo medyo maraming factors kailangan i-consider to travel at this point in time. So nabanggit mo na nga yung arrival quarantine protocol natin dito sa Pilipinas. Hindi it's a big factor to include in your budget kasi that's 10 days of hotel stay. So you need to factor that in on your expense.
Yeah. Hindi, pero kung ang bakasyon ko naman ay halimbawa gagawin kong December, would you recommend as an expert in travel to do the reservations now? O antayin ko muna na mag-clear ang situation bago ko i-book yung mga flights, yung hotel, everything?
Well, honestly, the situation kasi, I mean, it's not only the Philippines but across the globe. It's very liquid. It keeps on changing. So, whatever advance, again, let me base again my experience. When I made plans to travel to the United States in June, first week of May, I purchased my ticket, no? And unfortunately, I took a flight that goes via Taipei. And while everything was ironed out, suddenly my airline could not accept me because the country where I'm transiting hindi allowed ng Filipinos. So at the end of the day, I changed my flight. I still book a very expensive ticket going to the United States. So very liquid eh. So hindi rin advisable na mag-advance purchase ka ng tickets.
Okay.
At saka kailangan medyo malalim yung pockets mo.
Correct.
Kasi marami palang pagkakagastusan na you never expect. Mga incidental expenses, Richie.
Yeah, mga contingency expenses, I think you have to factor that in as well when you travel.
Okay. So anong advice mo sa mga kating-kati? Wag na muna, next year na lang magbakasyon.
If it's non-essential, yeah, you might as well think twice before finalizing any advance reservations, no. Right now the situation across or everywhere else, medyo talaga naggrabe yung mga cases. So you can expect that there can be changes within your plans na unforeseen.
May nagtatanong, Canada daw and Japan. Any chance na magbubukas ang Canada for tourists and or Japan?
Canada is already open. Last month, they've opened their borders to their neighbor, United States. And this coming September 7, they're opening themselves as well to all foreigners. No? Kaya lang there's a requirement for vaccine. Dapat vaccinated ka when you enter the Canada. So the unfortunate thing about Canada is that Sinovac is not recognized, which majority of the Filipinos have.
Okay.
So recognized. I think they recognize Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson's. At least those three. I don't remember all the vaccines that they're accepting, but definitely yung Sinovac hindi kasama.
So pati pala yan, i-consider mo, Bigor, kailangan alam mo, ang tinurok sa'yo ay tatanggapin ng bansang pupuntahan mo, Richie.
Kaya nga.
That's yes, you're absolutely right. And the other thing is also, if you are transiting a third country, you also have to consider the transit protocols of that country.
Nako. Eh di talagang masalimuot pala magbiyahe, Richie.
Di naman.
Hindi naman. I guess it's a matter of managing your expectations. So if you actually psych up yourselves of all these changes and all these hurdles that you go through, hindi na ganun kasama. But then again, you have to be ready with surprises kasi talagang minsan meron talaga.
Si Luz de Leon, sa New Zealand po ba open na to accept tourists? Actually, hindi pa expired yung visa ko sa New Zealand eh. Gusto ko rin puntahan, bumalik doon eh. Pero I doubt, hindi pa bukas, di ba?
No, hindi pa bukas ang New Zealand.
Kakasarado lang yata ulit ng kumaring Jacinda ko eh. Kasi
ang galing niyan eh.
Oo, meron silang na record. Sa Australia, di ba meron mga lockdown sila?
Bawal din.
Bawal din tayo doon.
Si Australia medyo in fact they're so advanced that they know already when they're opening up. So they've actually set a date. Of course, that's not final, no? Depending on their situation. But they gave an advance date of somewhere in June 2022. So matagal pa.
Tagal naman.
Tagal.
June 2022.
Oo.
Yes. That's also how careful they are in opening their border.
Yeah, actually yung kapatid ko nandoon, pero ayoko rin pumunta ng December doon pa. Kasi summer sa kanila yung December.
Ganyan
Luka naman ang init. Sabi ni Dana Gale, sa USA, Spain, or Japan, pwedeng Sinovac for future reference lang po. USA naman doesn't matter. Sabi nga niya, kahit walang bakuna sa USA, di ba?
Yes. Sa US, in fact, maraming nagpupunta doon nagpapavaccinate.
Doon nagpapabakuna, oo.
Yeah.
Yung Spain daw, sabi ni Dana Gale.
Si Spain accepts Sinovac, recognizes Sinovac. So we're good kung naka-Sinovac ka.
Okay. Sabi ni Anna P, consider also if embassies are open in the Philippines for visa application. US Embassy is still not accepting visa schedule appointments. Tama siya.
Yes. Oo. Para sa plano ni Alvin, yung Spain Embassy bukas.
Paano ba yan? Mukhang sumasang-ayon sa akin yung tadhana. Si Richie, ako, hindi ko siya tinimbrihan, ha? Si Richie na mismo nagsabi.
Pero,
Richie, open. At kapatid mo na sa Spain Embassy, may connect ulit ako. O, dalawa na.
Pakaalalahanin mo nga, nandoon si Pam sa embahada.
Pam!
Siyempre, sinong kakampihan ng kapatid ko?
So, open sila, application, Richie, na mag-apply as tourists.
Yes.
Okay. Sabi ni Sho Benitez, hindi po talaga advisable to buy advance ticket. I had 3 tickets at Cebu Pacific last year which I bought last quarter of 2019. Yung isa po na ticket, hindi ko nabantayan. Sabi nila in 3 months from supposed flight, dapat i-rebook. Pero lockdown, hindi ma-contact office na baliwala na lang. So it parang hindi advisable to book before, no? Richie?
My personal advice, wag muna. Yeah.
Okay. Sige.
Si Miao, sabi niya, ang Philippines po ba bukas na para sa mga OFW galing Saudi?
Yes, galing Saudi, yes, open. May ongoing flights naman si Philippine Airlines na ano.
Okay.
Tapos sa isa naman, Sabi niya, hindi ba sir, pagdating mo sa country of destination, meron din silang COVID protocol na limited lang ang kilos ng mga turista? So paano po ikaw mag-enjoy kung saan ka man pupunta? Plano pa nga lang, hindi pa sure. Tinatanong ko lang si Richie. Totoo ba sinasabi niya, Richie, na limited din yung movement ng turista? Halimbawa, nasa Paris ka. Bawal ka ring gumala-gala malapit sa sa Eiffel Tower o sarado din yung The Louvre.
Hindi naman. For countries that have opened up for tourism, hindi naman, as long as you comply with the arrival protocols, and if there is a quarantine requirement, as long as you comply with that, you can move freely naman.
Okay.
So there's no restriction.
Okay.
Marami nagtatanong about Japan. Nasagot mo ba kanina? Yung Japan, di ba hindi pa talaga, no?
Sarado pa yata.
Japan at South Korea.
Yeah, Japan and South Korea is still closed. So they have not, well, as far as I am aware, they have not come out with any advisory kung may pipiliin silang vaccine na pwedeng pumasok, pwedeng makapasok. I'm not aware of that, but as of now, what is definite is that they're still closed. They're not open for tourism.
Okay.
Yung Afghanistan, tinatanong ni Doris kanina, pupunta atang Afghanistan to.
May mga kakausapin lang akong Taliban ba?
Baka pwede mag-cover si Doris, pwede siguro.
Ayaw.
Si Mary Ann, how about Ireland?
Ireland is not
May kodigo ka
open
pala
yet.
dyan, ha?
Ha?
May kodigo ka pala dyan, ha?
Pero hindi naman natin ma-memorize lahat yan. I have to admit.
Okay.
Madaming informasyon at nagbabago araw-araw. Hindi mo ma-memorize lahat.
Correct.
Okay. So Ireland is closed.
Ireland is closed, yeah.
Okay. Sabi ni Marivi Galisanao, sabi niya, just to correct you, US now requires traveling individuals to fly in vaccinated. Totoo ba ito? It's posted in the US government website, travel.state.gov. So required na rin daw, Richie, na vaccinated if you want to go to the US.
That must be very recent kasi yung may mga bumiyahe na unvaccinated nakapasok naman.
Oo. Yan yung sinasabi. Partner yan ang sinasabi ni Richie na napaka-fluid ng sitwasyon. Ngayon pwede, baka bukas hindi. Kaya
hindi kasi partner, may mga kaibigan tayo, mga mutual friends tayo who actually went to the States to have themselves vaccinated. So meaning before, pwede.
Oo, kaya nga. So nag-iba na ngayon. So papalit-palit po yan. Kaya dapat updated kayo palagi.
Okay. Sabi ni Miao, hindi po tinatanggap ang Sinovac sa Canada. Akala ko mapapatagal lang ang quarantine. Hindi, sabi ni Richie, hindi. Di ba? Sinovac, hindi pwede.
Let me correct that. If you have a vaccine that they don't recognize, you can still enter, but you have to go through a lengthy quarantine. So, kahit hindi ka vaccinated, makakapasok ka ng Canada, okay? Either unvaccinated or you're vaccinated with an unrecognized vaccine by the Canadian government, you can still enter Canada, but with the compliance of quarantine requirement.
Okay. Sabi ni Stella Arnaldo, yung complete list of countries and their requirements is on the DFA website. So if you wanna yung buo, punta nyo na lang yung website, no?
Correct.
By the way, yung mga Maldives, yung mga usual na puntahan ng turista, Maldives.
Bukas daw Sabi niya
sinabi mo ba Maldives?
Yeah,
yung mga beaches doon. Kasi nabalitaan ko yan a few months back na nag-o-offer sila ng vaccine tourism, di ba? Parang yung gusto ng turista na magpabakuna, go there.
Oo.
Pwede silang silang magbakuna, no?
Guam is even promoting that, which is a US territory. You go to Guam to get yourself vaccinated.
Okay. Sige.
Okay.
Sabi ni Bev H, ito taga-Canada ito, for foreign travelers, vaccines are mandatory in Canada soon and with consideration to the recognized vaccines only. Okay, thank you, Bev H. Anyway, we need to wrap up. Richie, ano ang advice nyo na lang? Anong advice nyo? Pakiulit mo, ano yung advice mo sa gustong-gusto na talagang umalis at this point at saka kailan yung ideal na magbakasyon?
Well, again, hold on to your cash, hold on to your savings, okay? You will have a grand holiday when the right time comes along. So, wag tayong magmadali.
Which is when?
Again, it's so difficult to put to pinpoint a specific date or even a time range. As Delta variant of the virus was never known, or we never foreseen this to come. So hindi natin alam. Before Delta variant, all along we thought that things will go smoothly na and everything will be on the recovery phase. But then this came along and everything is just back to zero again as far as travel is concerned.
Okay.
Thank you.
So-
Sira.
Hindi. So, ang tinutumbok po ni Richie Ponyo ay, Dear Alvin, huwag
Iusap tayo siya, alam mo na. Thank you.
Yes.
Sira.
Thank you. Maraming salamat. Ingat po lagi.
Richie
Thank
Ponyo
you.
po yan, ang dating
Bye-bye.
presidente po ng Philippine Travel Agencies Association. Thank you.
Yan.
Maraming salamat.